Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. So, today we're going to look at two different Ayaneo handhelds. They're going to be different in price, and size, and performance, and power, and everything. This one is sitting at about retail 99 bucks. So, depending on where you find it. When I picked mine up, I got it as soon as it went up for sale. So, mine cost like 70 or something. I don't remember. Whatever the early bird pricing was. And then this one will run you about 220. So we have the Ayaneo Pocket Air Mini and the Ayaneo Pocket Micro. Okay, now don't get me wrong, I love both of these. I do. I absolutely love both of these handhelds. As for the Pocket Air Mini, this doesn't get any better for under 100. Let's say 100 or less entry level handheld. There's nothing out there that beats this at that price. If you're just getting into handhelds, this is the one to go with. And I do hate saying that right now. I've kind of had a boycott, slight ban on Ayaneo for a while. I am lifting it to do this. I don't like bringing attention to their devices. Just, I don't know. I'm doing it anyway because I already bought them. I already own them. Why not? Okay, and it's not fair that I don't showcase their products and let people that don't know any better go out there and buy and spend money on something when they can get something better, in the price range. So now the performance difference in these is gonna actually, it doesn't seem like it'd be much, and honestly, I don't think it is that much. This one has the Helio G99. This one, I believe, is the G90T. So this one is 2022 when the G99 came around, and this one I believe was 2019. So on this one, you're going to get better, slightly better performance, better power efficiency, all that. How slight? Not really sure. I haven't tested that myself. I do know I've ran some PS2 and GameCube up here, but I've also done it here. Now this one is going to run a better aspect ratio for things like GBA. Let's find a GBA game to turn on. Let's go to. We're going to go down to Castlevania because that's a simple one. Come here. Okay, there we go. That one's gonna launch. Now I'm gonna get this one going. Of course, this one's using the Ayaneo front end and everything. This one I have set up with Daigisho because that's what I like to use. No, I always forget that I can't do it that way. Here we go. So let me find start select. And we're gonna jump in. Nope, wrong button. That one's beating the game, so we're not going to do that one. Same with this one. Sorry, I have this one off screen while I'm trying to pick between the two. Oh man, I backed up. Great. Alright. I'm going to fast forward both of these. I'm actually, you know what? I think I'm going to up the brightness on this one a little bit. Okay. Yeah, stop the fast forwarding as soon as we get into here. Stop. Lower. Okay. So here we are. Now we're going to go same screen or same spot in the game. The brightness is going to be the problem because this bigger screen gets a lot brighter. I mean, they both look really good, but for GBA, this one is very, very. I mean, it's very clear. The lettering, it's all very crisp. Like, it's very nice. It's going to be hard to beat this one for GBA performance. Now, there's other handhelds out there that are a lot cheaper. I probably should have brought some that do amazing GBA performance. You can go get handhelds that just in their advertisements alone will tell you this is 4x GBA, this is 2x, this is 6x, this is 8x. It's a lot. So now it's at some point, somewhere between 4 and 8 and 9 and 20,000 times resolution, your eyes will not tell the difference. Okay? They won't. Now, even though this screen down here is a little crisper, this big screen, which if I didn't use full screen, if I lowered this to 4:3, it would probably be a closer test. But I don't play like that. I want to use my whole screen while I have it. So, but I mean, look at. Are you really going to have a problem playing GBA like this? Is this horrible? No. This is awesome. Nice big screen. You can set it to the actual aspect ratio of GBA if you want. You'll get some black bars top and bottom. You already know I don't like doing that. So let's move past GBA though. Let's do something else. All right. Come here. The touch screen on this one does not like my hands at all. Okay. This one, no problem. I just right out. Okay. Let's go up to. Let's do PSP. Oh, I do not have a lot of PSP. Oh. See here. Well, damn, they don't have PSP. Or they don't have Persona. We don't have any games similar, so I'm just going to pick one. Oh, wait, I jumped into PS2. Oops. I noticed Star Ocean. I was like, wait a minute. You're really not going to tell me what that... Really wish it would have told me. Okay, see. Yeah, don't want that. Oh, come on. Yeah, but which one? Alright. So I got Persona 3 on mine. My sponsor has 1 and 2 on theirs. That's just where we're at. So looking at... Lower some brightness. Wow, my brightness is down really far already. Okay. looking at PSP gameplay on this. This one does have the borders at the top and bottom. You can see them. It's set for 16 by 9. No, I'm just going to keep it here. Let's do this. Okay, so it looks like this is rendering 2x. Set the full screen, no frame skip. Okay. And that's where we're at. Looks good to me. Now let's see if I can find settings. Alright, this one's set to native resolution. No frame skip, set to full screen. Let's just bump this to 2x with it. I mean, it's really hard when you're doing two different games, but this is what PSP is looking like on this $220 handheld. You're taking up the full screen. It's using every inch of it. It's not bad. It's still hard to justify $220 for a dedicated GBA and PSP machine. It really is. Now, if those of you that are watching this waiting for me to do like a whole device walk around on each, I've done reviews on both of these separately. I will talk a little bit about ergonomics, but I'm not just jumping into that because, yeah, I've done that. I mainly want to go over what's the better value currently. Should you spend $220 on this guy who does quite beautiful GBA and PSP? Or should you sacrifice a little bit, spend half the amount of money, and get this monster right here? Let me see what I have PS2 wise. Let's see if we can get cause some problems or something. Well, I did not. I put a bunch of random stuff on there for testing. The problem is Final Fantasy 10 and 12. You can run those games on a lot of older handhelds also. Let's jump up to PS2. I know I keep pulling it away. My camera's at like a weird downward angle, so I have to, yeah. Let's see. Well, their list is very short. I did not put God of War on mine. They didn't put any Grand Theft Auto or any Final Fantasy on theirs. I threw Lego on there for testing and NBA Street for lightweight testing. They did Star Ocean. I did Sly. Okay. So we don't even have a good comparison test. Let's do this. Let's fire up regular God of War over here. Just to see how it runs. And on this side, let's fire up Sly Cooper. Oh wow, audio is already starting to kind of crackle and break. Let's see, graphic settings, Vulkan 0.75. No. We're testing everything at 1. If you don't run at 1, you don't run.
Now there is no hope.
Okay, yep, this one's set to native also. I know these two games are very, very different. Okay, don't get me wrong. It is not a fair test to put God of War on one and Sly Cooper on the other. But Sly Cooper does have issues running on a lot of different handhelds. I used to have issues with it, at least myself. Let me mute that. Let's jump over to this one.
Very loud. Sorry. I'm a little nervous. Trying to break into police headquarters does that. Get over it, Bentley. You're safe in the van.
It sounded like it was slow at first, didn't it?
I've got to steal that file from Inspector Carmelita Fox. Well, count on me to be your eyes and ears, buddy. Got their security system totally scoped. To get inside, you're gonna have to go through that air vent. All right, I'm going in. And don't forget, you got
There it is. Slow down.
real Sly. All you gotta do is grab.
All right. So Sly Cooper, not really doing it. Let's see how this does. Oh yeah. It's slowing down. Only briefly right now. Okay, I mean, there's some slowdown at native resolution. It's hitting a wall. I can hear the audio crackle now and again. I can feel missed. There it is doing it again. I can feel missed inputs now and again. There, right there, it kind of stuttered. So if it stayed like this the whole time, where every couple seconds there's just a slight, very quick stutter, then I would say playable. Especially if the audio didn't crackle or if it stayed working. Oh, there's a pretty good stutter. Problem is, as this game goes and more is happening on screen, what are we gonna be left with? You know what I mean? It's not enough to trust that to say you could do a full playthrough of God of War native resolution on this. I can't say that. Okay, not happening. Let's do Final Fantasy 12. Like I said, not very fair. I actually was running. I ran a pretty good amount of Final Fantasy 12 on a Retroid Pocket 2 Plus years and years ago. The only issue I had with my Retroid Pocket 2 Plus running Final Fantasy 12 was missed abilities. When you use your limit breaks on that game, woof, the RP2 Plus wanted to explode. But just running around on screen, doing quests like basic stuff, it was fine. I didn't beat the game. I probably got a few hours into it, okay? So I'm sure continuing on, I meant to look at the screen resolution. I didn't. Continuing on with the game, it probably would have been completely unplayable on the 2 Plus. But considering most of us start games, don't ever finish them, play a couple hours and enjoy them, and then move on, it was playable to me because of, I mean, I didn't beat the game on there. I didn't get far enough to cause real problems. But I do believe that this handheld right here, your Ayaneo Pocket Air Mini, is a decent lightweight PS2 player. Okay? Also, with that said, I believe this is a decent lightweight PS2 player. Sometimes these buttons get me. Let's do Okay, while these go through story and load up random other stuff I'm deciding to load up that makes no sense, let's go ahead and briefly talk about build quality, ergonomics, all that. Now, the Ayaneo Pocket Micro. I'm going to be honest with you. I absolutely love this thing. This is this red color, the red metal frame around the edges here, the pieces that are metal. I mean, this is plastic, but you know, the red and black aesthetic, I absolutely love that. The fact that this looks like a Game Boy Micro, but with sticks, I kind of love that. I want the classic one, the one without the sticks, really badly. Um, I don't know. And I seen that teaser where GKD was doing one that looked like this, but only had one stick. So it's kind of funny because went right in the middle. You can get the micro with two sticks, the GKD with one stick, or the classic with no sticks. That would be cool, especially if GKD did it in metal and did it in the GKD colors. They always have a wide variety of colors you can choose from, and I love that about GKD. I hate everything else about them, but I love that. I mean, this thing just looks really cool. This thing will absolutely generate questions out in public. You know, if you pull this out in public and you're sitting at a doctor's office and you got this long candy bar right in front of you and you're running some lightweight PS2, GameCube, PS1, whatever, PSP, somebody in the room's going to go, what in the hell is that? And they're going to ask. I mean, this is awesome. This is awesome. Do I think it's worth $220? Yes and no. Right now, performance-wise, that is stupid to pay that price for this. Okay? It is not smart. If you're going for gameplay, take that 220 and buy something that runs PS2 and GameCube without an issue. Go into the Retroids, hire an Anbernics, things like that. Spend that $200 there and be happy. You're not spending $220 for performance when you buy this. You are essentially buying a really cool GBA for $220. Now, if you look at it from that aspect, go build a boxy pixel GBA. You're spending close to the same amount, if not more. So if you go from that kind of angle, then this is worth it. This is really cool for the price. Although that is original hardware, this is not. Now, if you just want the GBA Micro look, don't really want the sticks, but don't want to spend $220, Anbernic had one from years ago that got you. They got you covered. This old boy here. You can still get like Atom Image and stuff for it, but you are looking at the Anbernic RG300X. This thing is it attracts fingerprints all over. It's very glossy filling. It's got a real good GBA micro fill on the side. Your hands hold it pretty well. I mean, it's a decently comfortable handheld. No more, no less comfortable than anything else Anbernic makes. So I would turn it on, but I don't have any games or anything in it. I've scavenged the SD card out of here, but I do still have operating system. You know, these light up down here, letting you know this is start and select, just like GBA. So, actually, I think it's dead. All right, let me see. This one I just added into my collection 1 year for fun. I still want to get the Famicom color one. And if you get on Etsy, you can get skins for them. I think both of them are Final Fantasy themed, and I really want to do those skins on these. It'll be really fun to have those as into my collection. But this one's all plastic, you know. This is old Anbernic, all plastic, but GBA Micro, right here. And you can get this under 60 if you look around. Anbernic, they're not your typical company, so even though this device is long aged out and not worth the money, they're never going to discount it correctly on their site. When they do, it'll be like, this one's now 6.25% off instead of a nice round number. Instead of just cutting the price down and selling it still, whatever they have in stock on their website, they would rather let these sit and collect dust and make you pay full price. It's not really worth buying nowadays, but if you just want a GBA micro, this is an option. Okay. The screen's not nearly as good as this or as this. It doesn't nearly have the same. It's not going to run the same stuff. The power is way different. That thing is so much weaker than these. Resolution, everything. That's going to go native everything. These two will not. So, but back onto this. The D-pad is great. It's good quality. It feels good to use. The L and R buttons are fine. The volume buttons, they're fine. The power button, I always look past it and don't remember that that's the fingerprint reader and power button. Every time I pick it up, I got to look and see which set of these down here is start and select and which is not. That's start and select. These are like your back, home, IS-space buttons, shit like that. And then over here, you got these buttons that do stuff. You got the 3-dot button and I don't know, right RC button, right control, I don't know. Micro SD slot right there. Nothing on the back because you don't need anything on the back. See, nothing here on the back. I was down here saying, look, there's nothing on the back. Ha ha. No, but there isn't. So, I mean, I don't hate this device, and I'm doing this video anyway because I don't know. I got people asking me questions recently on what I would pick if I was starting out today, knowing what I know, which device. Why do I always do this? Oh, no. Which device would I go for? And to tell you the truth, starting out, I would probably grab this. Okay? In my book, and in my opinion, this is the entry-level beginner handheld. And when I say that, I don't mean it's only for beginners. I mean people that have been doing this a long time do have or should have one, and probably do have one of these at home. This screen is absolutely amazing. Okay? It's a great 4x3 screen. I don't think it's better than the Anbernix custom screen for 4x3 content, and that's a video for next week after I deal with jury duty. That's a video for next week. I have an RG slide that has that screen in it, and we're going to do a screen comparison between the RG slide and this. Now, here's another thing. There is another handheld that has now entered the market that I don't know if it's worth it. It's called the Mini Long, with 2 O's, so Mini Lung Pocket 1. Interesting little concept. I think it has an RK3566 in it. Has a plastic cover that sits over the whole thing, magnetically clicks in. Swappable D-pad, but not swappable face buttons, which is a complete waste. I would rather have that reversed. Give me this. Let me swap these around. Let me swap A, B, X, Y around. I don't want to keep doing it digitally. Let me swap them here. But you can pull the faceplate off. They're making different color faceplates. You can click on it. It has one stick. It looks like it has some ergonomic grips. It has an interesting looking little speaker grill right here. Right now it comes in white and this exact hue of the retro power color from Ayaneo. Now, that thing entered the market at $45 to $50. It caught a little attention and now it's $80 to $90. And I believe it released this year. They doubled the price immediately. Now I know storage and all that and the costs have gone up, but that is some horse shit. To release it, you sell maybe a couple hundred and then you double the price, which is not unheard of with AliExpress stores because that's where you're getting it. I believe Go Game Geek has one for about $80-$90. But being AliExpress, that doesn't surprise me. If you guys recall, when they did the OLED GBC OLED GBC kits on AliExpress, they were like $50 for the kit. It caught everybody's attention. Those things were selling left and right. Overnight, that kit went from $50 to I believe like $300-$400. They jacked it way up trying to sell it. When it hit that price, nobody bought it. Since then it's dropped back down in price because that was dumb. I can't believe they thought people that were buying it for $50-$60 would keep buying it at 400, whatever. I know it was at least 300 because I wanted a kit during that time, and I was watching a shop that was advertised by some other, YouTubers saying, this is where I bought mine. It was $50. Go get it. I clicked on it the moment that video came out. It was $50. I hesitated. I didn't buy it. I believe a day or so later, I decided, you know what? I'm going to do it. I already had a GBC. I didn't need one, but I kind of wanted to mess with this OLED screen. I clicked on that link, went to the site, and I'm pretty sure I was staring at it for $300 some. I believe I sent pictures to people going, is this serious? Is this real? Anyway. But being AliExpress, that doesn't surprise me that mini long Pocket One is doubled in price. Now, it's okay. Maybe it's worth $80 to some people. To me, it's not. I kind of want to test one. I kind of want to buy one and test it because it looks interesting. It looks like this, but a little more rectangular, less rounded off here, one less stick, and one front firing speaker. It's not going to be as powerful as this. I don't think the screen's as good as this, although people are saying the screen's really good. So I don't know. It's hard to spend $80. Here's the thing. I went to pick up a TrimUI Smart Pro S to finally review that thing. And I did it in a very sly way to get my wife to be okay with it. We were walking around the store and I showed her the colors on the Smart Pro S. And so what do you think? Green, red, yellow. And she was like, oh, if it was me, I'd get yellow. I was like, well, okay, I already ordered green. And she was like, what? Oh, I guess. And I was like, oh, so you're cool with that? Because I wear the pants, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, I don't care. She's like, I'm going to get mad at you if you order one. She's like, have at it. I haven't yet because I got stuck talking about or looking at that mini long Pocket One and the TrimUI Smart Pro S. I kind of want to do the Pocket One because there's no real videos on it out there except for that stupid Nitrix channel has fed us lies over the years. Other people absolutely put their faith in that channel because, well, sure, a good amount of it's true, but I remember a time when everything they were releasing on that channel was horseshit. So, I gotta go talk to the guard. Anyway, I don't know. What do you guys think? What should I get? Should I try out? Go look it up for me. The mini long, remember, 2 O's on long, so Long, Pocket One, or the TrimUI Smart Pro S. Which one would you rather see me look at on the channel? Because let's be real, they're gonna excel at very different things. The Pocket One is gonna be 4x3 content like this. It's gonna be going up against this, is what it is. A lot of people think it's actually made by Ayaneo. I don't know. The color is very suspicious, but I don't know if it's made by Ayaneo. So, let me know. Pocket One, TrimUI Smart Pro S. I could do another comparison, mini long versus this, or I can get the Smart Pro S, which is gonna, well, excel more at like PSP. And wasn't there a handheld that just came out that was kind of PSP oriented? Yeah. Oh, wow. I completely forgot about the RG Vita existing. Anyway, so, I don't know. I haven't seen the RG Vita. I haven't paid attention to that, so I don't know what the price is going to look like. I like the overall look of the RG Vita, but I feel like the TrimUI Smart Pro S might be the better play for PSP emulation. Maybe I'll hold off and see. I know they started showing more gameplay of the Pro, and it was running Vita games. But we know from experience that you can't trust that just because Anbernic shows it's running a system, that does not mean it can run that system. Sorry, I'm actually enjoying, I don't need to keep doing it. I'm actually enjoying playing Final Fantasy 12 on this right now. It's running great. I'm trying to get to this boss battle, though. I know the comparison's supposed to be between these two, and I keep talking about other handhelds, but it's my channel. I'll talk about what I want. Yeah, can we get to let's get to the boss fight. I want to see how this runs on the boss fight. Let's use magic. Very lackluster magic. He said thunder, and it looks like Static Shock. It just slap and touch you. I mean, it's running great. You know, I think I'm gonna run this, run Final Fantasy 12 for a while, and get to limit breaks, get to the missed abilities, and use those, and kind of judge it from there. I have a save slot from December 30th, my birthday of last year. I'm going to save in a different slot. I want to check that out later. What I do like about this one, though, is these little buttons right here, right there, and right there, that are on this little ridge. I've been really enjoying having those because a lot of systems have set those to the menu. So either like Duck Station's over here, Nether SX2's over here. So when you jump in, you just got to play around and go, oh yeah, I forgot these buttons exist. Click menu. So Sly Cooper is not really gonna be a thing on here unless I tweak the settings. But here's the thing: I don't like frame skip. I'm not going below native resolution. Those two things I will not do. If I have to do either of those things to play a game, it is not playable. I do have standards, okay? And you want to know another one that's not even game related that bugs me is when people give things a number rating, like 1 out of 10, but then say 6.82 or 6.8 or this is an 8.2 out of 10. Man the fuck up. Give it a solid number. If you're going to do it that way, erase the little decimal and do it out of 100. So your 8.2 out of 10 is 82 out of 100. Just do it that way. Give it a solid number. You're doing out of 10. That extra 0.2 or 0.6 doesn't mean shit to me. Okay? Just say 8. Just say... Sorry. Alright, back to the handhelds. Yeah. Fucking annoying. Alright. So, entry level, getting into it. You want to play GBA, right? That's what you want? You're a GBA fan? Look into the 34XX, 34XX SP. That could save you some money. If you have the money and you want quality and you want uniqueness, you want something that's going to last for a while, hopefully, this thing, the quality's here in this. This is a $200 build for sure. Okay, I wouldn't tell anybody they wasted their money on this, even if they just wanted to play GBA, okay? Because cool shit ain't cheap, and cheap shit ain't cool. So, which isn't always true, because sometimes you can get some really cheap stuff that's actually kind of cool, but yeah. This is great. But if you don't know and you're just getting into it, and you have $200 in your pocket, and you want to buy a handheld, buy that one. Buy the Ayaneo Pocket Air Mini. This is the best entry-level handheld out there. You're going to have some fun with it. You're going to be able to... It's Android-based, so you're going to be able to do whatever you want. I mean, this one is too, but... You're going to be able to play Android games on it. I really enjoy playing Android on here, actually, or Google Play games. I have been really enjoying that. Yep. I got all this stuff from Google Play. This handheld alone has made me subscribe and pay monthly for Google Play games, their Gold Pass, and it has really been worth it. This is like mini Xbox Live or Xbox Gold or Ultimate. It has been amazing, though. I'm telling you, it's great. And this handheld will do it. This will make you, really want to jump into a lot of these. And I've been enjoying the hell out of it. Okay? Because I get to play all these games, and then I still get to go back and run whatever I want emulation-wise. Get some. Oh, I am not good at this character. can't remember all the buttons to do stuff. There we go. Get yeah. Alright, sorry. Anyway. Where is... How come I can't find what I'm looking for? Oh. Oh, man. I've talked about this before, but my youngest kid, he likes to play Minecraft on the Xbox. Well, I will join him. He'll play with me, or my youngest will play with my daughter, my oldest son, my wife, and they'll all be on Xboxes. And I'll play on this and join them. And they all think it's just the coolest thing in the world that they're over there all split screening on a TV, and I'm across the room on a couch, kicking back with this, joining them on their Xbox server. Sometimes just the fun of having one of these handhelds and being able to do things like that. That's right. She is the only way to go. I don't remember how I have the controls set. There we go. Playing some Enter the Gungeon. But you see what I mean? This handheld is so capable for the price. I've played a good amount of Enter the Gungeon. Knights of the Old Republic is on our games list for the challenge this year, so I'm playing that on here too. No beach. Get some. Enter the Gungeon. Runs smoother. I have the paid for version, of course, of Enter the Gungeon. Shredder's Revenge, all that. All these games you're looking at here run great. They all run wonderfully. I play Slay the Spire on here all the time. Wizard of Legend, Dead Cells, Stardew. I mean, let's wrap this up. You guys know what I'm saying. So, where's the value at? What do you spend your money on? We've done this a few times, but if you have handhelds, you're not new, you want something really good GBA, you want something unique, you want something that's more artwork to you. Like it's a beautiful work of art. This is amazing. It's a handheld that's worth it, but not worth it. Okay? Performance wise, not worth the $200 price tag. Looks wise, worth the $200 price tag. Build quality wise, worth it. But that's it. That is it. Okay? You are not getting anything. I mean, you're not getting a lot of performance for your money here. You're just not. It is a wonderful handheld. I think it was great. I think it's overpriced as shit, but it's a great handheld. Okay? That's, wow, yeah. However, between the two, this one absolutely wins it. This one takes the prize here in this versus bout. The Ayaneo Pocket Air Mini wins it hands down. Okay, stop getting excited. Stop getting excited. All right. This thing has the ergonomics. You can hold on. You can hold on to it for a while. It doesn't hurt your hands. It has a great 4x3 screen. Even if you want to play GBA or PSP, little black bars on the top and bottom. It doesn't even look bad. It doesn't hurt it any. And you don't even have to do that. You can stretch it all you want. The speakers are fine. It doesn't overheat. Cost-wise, it's great. It's Android-based. Has these two extra buttons here that are not placed on the back, so you accidentally hit them. They're up here, and they automatically go to a lot of the toggle menu stuff. It is wonderful to play Android or Google games on here and enjoy that at the same time, and then get tired of playing Enter the Gungeon or Stardew Valley and open up Daigisho and jump into here and play some lightweight PS2, lightweight GameCube, but then everything below that to the fullest. And for under $100, this is the new standard. Okay? And it has been since release. This changes the landscape. Okay? This is a game changer in the truest definition. Anybody else releasing handhelds needs to pay attention to this one. They need to hope Ayaneo stops selling this. Okay? They need to hope Ayaneo does just like Retroid does. They'll release a handheld, wait a little bit, and then they just stop selling it. Even if it's a really great handheld, they stop selling it. So, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, pull out a $100 bill, save up a $100 bill, do yourself a favor, and grab this. Now, I will also add in, there is a company, I can't remember if it's Mech DIY or Lit NXT, that will sell you one of these, and for a little extra, will engrave whatever you want back here. I wish I would have known that, and I would not have bought this from Ayaneo. I would have bought this from them and got the Retro Legion put back here. That shit would be awesome. So maybe one day I'll do it, but I'll do like the tan and red one. I really like that color scheme, but this was my first chance at retro power without actually having to spend like $400 extra for a color. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. What is your opinion here? Do you have either of these, both of these, none of these? You want one, you want two, you want them both? I don't know. Tell me what you think. If you're just getting into it, and if you are just getting into it, ask questions. I will answer them to the best of my ability. I know when I do reviews or I look at handhelds, I don't do the typical things that everybody else does. I try to look at things as differently as possible. I try to look at them coming from opening the box, I don't know anything type of, point of view, I guess. Which does get difficult because I do know plenty. But I try to keep that mindset like, if I bought it and didn't know much, how usable is this? And when it comes to that, the Ayaneo Pocket Air Mini is also more user-friendly. The ISpace on here, it's not that intuitive, okay? I've had issues with it. I had a friend buy one of these and tried to use ISpace, and it was a lot of back and forth to get it to even read games and understand what's going on. It was way easier to get him to move off of that onto something like the IG Show. ISpace is still vastly superior to Anbernic's front end, which is absolute garbage, and we'll never not call it garbage, Anbernic, until you fix it. So, but go for this. So, last couple questions to the audience. I ask these questions because I am generally interested. This is not necessarily for engagement. I'm mainly asking these to the people that have joined my Discord, which I'll link in the description. Let's talk about it. Where are you at with this? Do you have one of these? If you do, tell me what you think. What do you like about it? What do you dislike about it? I want to like gain knowledge here. Let's get a database going of everything we think. All right, guys, it is Friday. So this will be the last video for the week, at least while I'm running this type of schedule. I normally try to have a video out Monday or Tuesday. I ended up pulling jury duty, so I don't know when I'll be able to shoot a video next. Hopefully I get excused day one. I got to show up there Monday. Yay, me. I am hoping they just, whatever's going on, whatever reason I'm there for jury duty gets dismissed and I'm out there and gone as fast as possible. I already applied online for a dismissal. They refused. So I have to go. But right after that, right after I get done with jury duty or whatever, I will happily be back shooting videos. I have devices showing up either Saturday or Monday that I'm excited about, that I can't wait to do videos on. So next week we'll cover that. I talked about it in another video. We are going to do the Pocket Air Mini screen versus the RG slide screen next week also. And help me decide, people. Mini Lung Pocket 1, Trim UI Smart Pro S, or hold off and see where the RG Vita lands price-wise, whether it be the Pro or the regular. Let me know in the comments. And I am dead serious. I'm asking these questions because I want to know. You guys know I do videos for viewers all the time. They ask me, hey, can you do this? I do it. How about answering questions when I ask them, though? Okay? Let's go back and forth, people. All right? When I ask a question, how about someone throw me an answer? All right, guys. I'll see you after jury duty next week. Have a good weekend.